Alrighty, good morning everybody, and as you can see it is currently September 1st and we are back here on the landscape series today. And we're going to go ahead and go up here and we're going to go ahead and get these other couple of yards mowed and get them cut, get them looking nice for the homeowners. And I have not yet talked to the city about seeing if they want me to do the park, but it's alright. I can't really remember which houses we said we'd mow, but these other houses are looking pretty good. I know I said we'd have to come back, I know in another week or so, do the one last final cutting on one of these other houses. But yeah, I can't really remember which houses we have to mow. Well, I know the first one we have to mow. It's this green one right up here in front of us. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go and park right here on the side of the road, unfold the trailer here, go and shut the truck off and jump on out and get the old Husqvarna unloaded here, get everything unstrapped. Looking good, looking good. Well, we actually need to go and get the weed whipper out as well. Let me just go and grab this out of here, pull this up out. There we go. We got the weed eater out. Oh, I don't know what's going on with it, guys, but let me get this weed whacker undone, and I'll see you guys here in just a bit. Alrighty, so we got the weed whipper all unstuck, and we just had to drive back up to the shop to grab it real quick. But what I went ahead and done is while I was off camera, I went ahead and weed whipped around this house here, and they told me that their property line is actually all the way up against right here, and they actually want me to take out this tree too. They said they really don't want it, or maybe no, never mind. It was this little tree right here, so this will be pretty easy to get rid of, I hope. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get on the old Husqvarna here and see if she's still doing a great job, and why is our weed eater floating. But if you guys do like this type of content, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn that notification bell to where you guys don't miss a single video that I upload on my channel whatsoever. And please be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about the landscaping series down below in the comments. But for today's agenda, it is to get hopefully enough money up to be able to hopefully like maybe get a camper, or even hopefully find somewhere to at least to rent this stuff, well, to store this stuff for the time being, because we definitely need the money. I know I gotta go talk to another company here later on to see if I can't just start cutting their yard as well. I told them I'd stop by here later on this evening, and yeah, we'd go from there. But I just can't get over how great this cut is on this Husqvarna. But yeah, let's go ahead and get in here and get this here yard done. And they said that we don't gotta go all the way up to the fence, but maybe that's what I ought to do. Let me just go grab the weed whacker real quick, and I want to go all the way down this fence line where we don't have to get our chute of our Husqvarna all the way up to there. I'm gonna probably come out about this far with the weed whipper and just go straight down this fence where we don't even have to worry about it, so I can just mow up, lift the deck, and then go around the fence here and everything like that, because I should have started on that end but I didn't. So yeah, just give me just a few minutes, let me get this knocked out of the way. Alrighty, so I got the weed whipper, got all this cleaned up and ready to go. So what we're gonna do is, I didn't weed eat around the tree, I should have. We're just going to go ahead and make our way around this yard, and hopefully the Husqvarna can, tackle that bush right there and get that out of the way for us. If not, then we might end up having to come back with try to get some sort of mulcher, but it's not a very big bush, so we should be fairly okay, being able to do that. But yeah, let me get in here and knock this out of the way. And I did talk to the homeowners off camera. They want both trees out of there because they do want a fence built. So let me just go and get in here and get this yard knocked out, and I'll have to get a hold of the dealership to see if somebody can't run me down a chainsaw real quick, and once I get the chainsaw purchased, we will just I'll get straight into getting them trees out of there, and we'll move on to the next job. So yeah, I'll see you guys after the time lapse. Alrighty, so I got this yard almost done. This is our last little bit right here, and bada bing, bada boom. This yard looks great. So let's go up here and collect our payment, and then I went ahead and got the chainsaw delivered to us, so now we can cut them trees down. The homeowner said that we can just use the wood and just take it in and sell it. So that'll be a little extra income in our pockets right there. I'm hoping at least a good $100, $200, maybe three. Yeah, let me just run up here real quick and get the money from them, get them other, well, actually, we can't even do anything yet because the job ain't complete. They're going to go and pay us a little bit more for removing these trees. So let's just go ahead and turn the HUD back on here real quick. Get these trees all taken care of, get these things out of here. We'll have to hopefully come back with a stump grinder of some sort. Where's it good? There we go. We're not okay, so that tree is technically not ours. So am I allowed to cut this tree? Sure can. So we just need to keep this up, and I'll have to come back with a mulcher or something to get that other tree, because now that I think about it, I think their lot ends like right here, but I'm wanting to say it actually ends like right here, almost along this fence line. So I'll just have to let them know that I'm gonna have to talk to this factory over here to see if that's their tree or theirs. But yeah, let me go ahead and get these limbs all trimmed up here real quick, and then we can go ahead and cut this off. We may just have to leave the Husqvarna here for the time being, just where we can load up all this wood. But I don't even know how I'm going to load it up, you guys. Like, I don't. So let me just go ahead and try to get these limbs off here, and then get this all loaded up onto the truck or onto the trailer. Yeah, we'll just go from there. I'll see you guys once I get all this loaded up. Alrighty, yep, thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, I'll come back and get that stump once I'm able to get another vehicle that I can get a stump grinder and be able to, you know, work with that stump grinder with it. Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, you want me to come back next week to mow your yard? Yep, sure. I sure can. I definitely will put you on for next week. I know the mowing season's coming to an end, so yeah, I'll see you guys one more time next week. Alright, appreciate it. Alrighty, guys, so we got all that cleaned up. Like I was telling the homeowner, I got to get the tree stump out of there, but unfortunately, I don't have a stump grinder to be able to do so. And then if I remember correctly, it was one of the other houses, I believe, either that house or that one, or the apartment building is someone wanted me to cut their yard. I'll have to go back and I'll have to get in my truck here after I go drop this wood off at the carpentry, and come back and grab the Husqvarna, load it up on the trailer, and go back for my footage from yesterday and see which house I needed to mow other than this one, and then we'll go get that yard knocked out of the way. But I'm hoping I make a decent amount of money off this wood, so we're gonna go and take it up here to the carpentry place, and I'll see you guys once we get there. Alrighty, try not to get hit by the cement truck, but here we are pulling up to the carpentry. I'm guessing we either drop it here or we drop it on the other side. I'm not too sure. I think we drop it right here. Let's see how much money we get. Maybe we go right here. $1,000 for some wood. Heck yeah, I will take that. But let me get back down here to this housing edition, and I will go see which other house we need to mow. And then I heard that they're going to be building a baseball diamond around here, or that there's already one here, so I might put in a bid for that since we now have 2 mowers, and I'll try to get that done. And then I'm also going to go hit up some of these other businesses and see if they need any yards mowed, or see if they need any of their grass cut or whatever, you know, because we definitely need money right now. I can't say we're really desperate, but we are desperate because we still got to pay, I think it's like $5,000 to $10,000 back on our loan that we took out. Yeah, we got to definitely bust butt to be able to get that, but of course I'm getting stuck by a train. So I'll see you guys when we get to the next house after I get this train gone, or this train passes us. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I thought I had all of this recorded, and apparently I didn't hit record on it, but so I'm just going to show you guys what I've done. So what I'll do is I'll go into flight mode here. Well, actually, little backstory. So I know we were down there at that housing edition. Well, you remember the baseball field that I said they were going to build? Well, we ended up getting the bid for like 20 grand, and I came down here with my little Husqvarna, you know, and it worked. But if you can see right down there, the dealership actually lent us a 0-turn Husqvarna riding lawnmower. So we went through, weed eated around all the trees, all, you know, along the fence, sort of. Well, we didn't actually weed eat along the fence, but we, you know, mowed around all that. We eated around all these trees, but I know they said something about they want us to get rid of this little bush, that one, because they want all of this to be open. I think they even said possibly this tree, but they haven't confirmed that yet. But yeah, we still got to get, and then I mowed all around this. I still got to do inside the baseball field, but it is currently, it's pretty late in the day, so we're going to try to get as much of it knocked out as possible. But let's just go up into flight mode here. So here's their parking lot they built, and I had store deliveries down here because I accidentally got my got the mower stuck, so I had to re-bring it back down here. But yeah, so like I said, you know, this is the parking lot, big old parking lot, you know, up here on the side of the hill, as you can see. I did let them know that they got to get construction company down here or whatever, you know, to kind of smooth this out, because I guess they just decided to like, hey, let's build the road, and bada bing, bada boom. And they actually end up buying part of this over here too, and it actually goes up by a field, so I don't know if they own that or not, but as you can see, there was a path. But yeah, so we ended up mowing all the way up into in here and got in between these trees and stuff right here, and they want us to get rid of some of these bushes, but in order to do that, you guys, I'm gonna have to get a bigger trailer, or at least a dump trailer of some sort. Then we end up mowing this back here as well. They plan on doing something with that, they didn't tell me. And you know, a little rock wall, and then we cut all this back through here, and we have yet to do this. That is a separate job that I have not quoted them unless they own that. I don't know if they own that or not. And then we mowed all this up right here and everything like that. I didn't realize, you know, that this was gone, but it is gone. No, I don't know what's going on, but I know we got to get some more dirt filled in right here, you know, where all this dirt goes, and all the way around, you know, the pitcher's mound and all this stuff. So we got to get all this cleaned up. Yeah, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get out of that and go jump into the zero turn, and we are going to get straight into getting the inside of this baseball field here cut, get it out of the way, and then that will be the end of this job. Well, until I get these little bushes cut out and all that stuff. I haven't weed eated inside of here yet, so I will do that possibly off camera or the following day after that. But let's go and turn this on. Deck's already down, everything is good to go. Let's go and get around these corners real quick, around the edges and everything like that. I know we'll have to try to get a dump trailer of some sorts. I told them that we cannot get the sand right now. Oh man, it's dusty going over the sand. But yeah, we gotta get they want the sand and all that fixed. But let me get in here and get this cut and get a little bit more money in our account, and hopefully we can try to buy some newer stuff or save it and expand the business. But yeah, let me get this done, and I'll see you guys after the time lapse.
City life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. 'Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on
Alrighty, so we are currently, I'd say, about halfway done with this baseball field here, and this job is actually taking quite some time to get done. I mean, we're making pretty good time, you know. I mean, this little Husqvarna is not doing too bad. I mean, especially, you know, for the cut that it has on it. I think it's about as wide as the Husqvarna that we have, the little riding lawnmower that we have. I would like to have something just a little bit bigger. I think this is like a 32 inch or 42 inch cut. I could be wrong. I didn't actually look. They just said they'd allow me to use it to do this one job, and I said okay, cool. And I gotta have the thing returned back to them today. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm just gonna go ahead and get in here and get the rest of this finished out. I mean, like I said, we don't have very much to do, and then I will have them come pick this up, and we're going to go ahead and get them few bushes get out. Well, we're gonna go and get them few little bushes or trees out of here, and then that will be the end of our day. We'll just take the wood in. I mean, we're not going to get very much money out of it. We'll end today's video there, and then I will see you guys tomorrow when we possibly get a couple more yards to do, or, well, who knows, I may even record the next video that you guys see for this will be possibly us in the winter. But I mean, there's still a lot of mowing that needs to be done, a lot of houses that need to be done, but I do got to start stacking some cash to where we can start buying, our first bit of land and our first building to where we can store everything. So yeah, let me just get this out of the way, and I'll see you guys once we're about done with it. Alright, so we ended up getting all these little bushes cut out here, and it didn't take very long at all, with the chainsaw. I just got to get the little stumps out of here and get them all clear out of the way, and hopefully we can find like a stump grinder or a mulcher. Probably just cut these up a little bit and just carry them over to the truck, but no, my luck with this being farm sim, it's going to make some of the little spots disappear like that. So let's see if I cut it here. I got that going. This will probably disappear if I cut it here, which is fine. Oh no, it didn't. Alrighty. So let's go and keep chopping these up into little bits. That piece disappeared. And then all I gotta do is just load them up on the trailer and take them to the sawmill, which I may just not even take them to the sawmill. I may just take them to the dump. But unfortunately, we don't have a dump trailer, so I may just drive them over there and just carry them to the dump, or I may just take them to the sawmill or whatever and tell them that they can have whatever. But yeah, let me figure out how I can get these stumps out of here. I may just have to dig them up and hopefully try to put the grass back in and stomp it down to where they don't notice it and everything like that. So yeah, let me just do that real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, yep, appreciate it. Yeah, I sure can. Alrighty guys, so we ended up getting paid $20,000 for this job, and it looks amazing. I mean, just the transformation of us just cutting the grass is phenomenal. I mean, it looks good. Everything's all trimmed up, good to go. And I was actually able to get some of the grass out of here and make it look a little bit better all the way down. So, that's definitely a good thing. I cut it all the way down to the roots and everything like that. And even on these little spots, but up in here, it was so thick that I'm going to have to come through with some weed killer and everything like that. And then the same way over here with this dugout, I just was able to get most of it out. But as far as where all the dirt is, well, all the sand is, I'm going to have to come through like here where the first base is and everything. I'm going to have to come through here. I'm going to have to really dig it out, get it looking good, and bring some fresh sand in here for these guys. But got the dugouts all cleaned out on both sides, and everything's all weeded up besides around the poles and everything. My weed eater actually broke on me, so I'm gonna have to get it fixed. I don't know what happened to it, so I let them know about all this stuff, and they said eventually they'll probably just go all the way along the outside here and just put like some bushes or some gravel or something all the way around the field. And unfortunately we don't have the equipment to do so yet, but yeah, I got all the little bushes out of the way here, got everything cut, mowed, looking good. Now all I gotta do is just take this wood into the thing over there, and I'm just gonna keep whatever little bit of money we get out of it and go get the weed eater serviced, get the Husqvarna serviced. And because we did use that a little bit on this job, like I said, the footage from that I didn't get. And so yeah, but other than that, guys, everything's looking good. We got paid, and the business is starting to do really, really well. We're getting a lot of good recommendations and everything like that. And we do got to get back into town, because we're a little ways away. I did let the city know about the road down here, that it is a little too hilly for everything. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get back into town here. I'm going to find a place to stay, get this stuff serviced, the mower, the weed eater, get the truck service, get everything filled back up with fuel. Well, I forgot I filled our truck up before we came to this job. Got to mention that when I tuned back in with you guys. Also, just a little quick recap of the houses up there at the other place up there at the addition, well, the little housing complex. I went ahead, the other owners of the yards that I cut, they seen me there, so I went ahead and cut theirs for the same price that I set a set rate for their yards, $110. The reason why I charged so much for that one is because it was a little bit bigger. There was a lot of weed eating that I had to do. Well, I couldn't just do it for $110. So they actually agreed on the price. They said $20,000 was good enough, and they are actually going to have us come back for future jobs. With that being said, everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying the landscape series. If so, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next one.